The U.S. is among the most generous nations in the world when it comes to resettling refugees, but there are many misconceptions on how this process works, particularly when it comes to security measures. What follows will help separate myth from facts.
I know there's a lot of refugees that shouldn't be here because they were involved in wars from the countries where they came from. Officers, military personnel, or non-military militia can easily blend in with those refugees.
Trying to get to their own place and be their own people and not having to listen to everyone else's rules.
Probably someone coming from another country illegally.
A refugee is a person who is outside of his country of nationality or habitual residence, which has a well-founded fear of persecution because of his race, religion, nationality, or membership of a particular social group or political opinion. The way a refugee finds their way to the United States is a long and arduous process. In fact, of the 24 million displaced people in the world, only about 70,000 a year will be granted legal resettlement in the United States. Once a person registers with the United Nations and is found to fit the description of a refugee under international law, there are 6 steps they have to move through before they can get to America. First, the UN has to refer a person to the United States Refugee Admissions Program. Then their name is given to a regional resettlement support center who begins to prepare their case file. Next, officers from the Department of Homeland Security and the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services conduct a thorough interview with each individual to determine if they qualify as a refugee under United States law. From those who qualify, a resettlement agency has to then agree to service the client. Once matched with a resettlement agency, each applicant is given a medical examination to ensure that they don't have any serious medical conditions which might pose a public health risk. At the same time, the U.S. government conducts an extensive security clearance check to ensure that the refugee isn't an identified security risk. This includes checking their names against all known terrorist data lists. Once cleared for resettlement, the refugee is given a cultural orientation class so that they know what to expect in America. Because of this extensive process of checks and balances, less than 1% of all displaced people in the world will make it to our shores. To these newcomers, we say, welcome.
Get to know them and make them feel welcome.
And have open arms.
Treat them with respect.
Just to help them feel more at home here.